They hate me today because I support Vladimir Putin, because I speak about Africa, because I speak about the secrets that the Western media is always hiding. That's why they hate me today. And I will tell you, they have planned so many things against me. They never prosper because God loves Africa. It's not in my power to protect myself. I don't protect myself. God protect me. If God want me to die any day, I will die. I believe in the judgment day, and I believe one day I will die. But I don't believe this, that you can kill me if my time is not off. My time have to be off before you kill me. God will decide that you will be the one to kill me. But not like you will decide to kill me when my time is not reached. You can't do nothing to me. I was created by God and I will be taken by God. I was brought by God to this planet and I will be taken by God, but not in the power of man. I believe in that. That's why I'm not afraid of death, because I believe that one day I will die. Either I'm afraid to die or I'm not afraid to die. One day I will be no more. Understand me? One day I will be no more. Either I love to die or I don't want to die, or I'm afraid to die or I'm not afraid to die. One day I will be no more. Every human being have a limit time to stay in this planet. And I believe in that limit time. I believe that nobody can take my soul without the permission of God. If God says, I will be killed by the West, I will be killed by the West. If the God says, I will be killed by African leaders, I will be killed by African leaders. I can't stop it. But I always tell God that I want you to let me prepare and make my continent a better place before I will go. I pray for good health. Nobody pray that God, I pray never to die. But you pray for the death to be so far away from you. I pray. May Africa continue in these geographical changes and automatical changing in Africa. May it continue in many countries like Senegal, Gambia, that is not still liberated, Nigeria, Ghana, even Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya. We all want changes. We want to be free. And I love it when Mali, Burkina, Eritrea, South Africa is standing up. Malema, I have this message for Malema. Dad, you are doing a great job, Julius Malema. And you are one of the peoples that Africa will never forget. You are one of the people that Africa will always put your pictures even if you are no more on a high level. Vladimir Putin was so angry when they killed Mohammed Gaddafi. The Westerners joined together to kill Mohammed Gaddafi. And Mohammed Gaddafi is the best friend to Vladimir Putin. And Putin was given a strategy to Mohammed Gaddafi how to improve Africa. The strategy that Mohammed Gaddafi was trying to improve, that to have Africa to have one currency, one soldier, one passport, and Africa to have a one leader. That was a project that Mohammed Gaddafi was planning with Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin was included in that project that Mohammed Gaddafi was planning to build in Africa. To say that Africa must have one soldier, one passport, one leader, and one voice. Vladimir Putin was part of that project. And when Mohammed Gaddafi tried to bring out that project up, even some African leaders became a threat, become a puppet, become an enemy to Mohammed Gaddafi, because they don't want to accept that. Because they have been listening to the West. The West was telling them that don't accept what this madman is saying. If you do it, this madman is just trying to take all your resources. They were telling some African leaders that Mohammed Gaddafi is just trying to fool you. He will not help you. So some of the African leaders were even against Mohammed Gaddafi for saying that I want Africa to have one passport, one soldier, one leader, one currency. So after they go, the West joined together to go after Mohammed Gaddafi, to kill Mohammed Gaddafi for no reason. Vladimir Putin was keeping quiet. Vladimir Putin says, I'm not worried for you killing my friend, but I will revenge one day. And that is the day we are in right now. You think you will kill my friend and I will watch you to go free? That's what is the mind of Vladimir Putin. You kill the friend of Putin, because he want to liberate Africa. And you think today when Putin is fighting you, Putin will not help that Africa? Putin is ready to help that Africa to get themselves, to show them a way how to catch fishes. Putin is not ready to keep on giving fish to Africans. He's showing Africans a way to catch fishes that make Africa to love Putin so much. I love Putin. May he live longer. And may he remain the strongest and the most famous and the most powerful leader in the world. I swear to God. I love Putin to the extent I always want to be like him. I want to be strong like him. I want to deal with the West like Vladimir Putin. If I'm an African leader today, what I will ask from Putin is nuclear bomb. If I'm an African leader today, what I will ask from Putin is nuclear. I will want 5 or 6 nuclear bombs from Putin. Why will I ask for that? Because I will want to pay back. I will want to help him to destroy the West more. Vladimir Putin is a man. I love Vladimir Putin. I love Vladimir Putin so much. I love him to the extent that I want to be like him. I want to be strong like him. I want to destroy the West like Vladimir Putin. I am not afraid to say this. I want to be like Vladimir Putin. I want to be strong like Vladimir Putin. I want to destroy the West like Vladimir Putin. I'm the one who said it, and I'm not afraid to say this, and I'm never going to regret saying this. A man who came to my continent and says, don't worry about people who are enslaving you. You are afraid of them because you are owing them too much money. Don't be afraid of them anymore because I am going to clear that debt, half of that debt. I am going to clear 23 billion US dollar of the debt that you are owing the West. And I'm going to bring a project that you the Africans are going to benefit from it. You can pay that debt without being suffering in the hand of the West. And now you, the Westerners, are telling us that Vladimir Putin is trying to colonize you. Who colonized us? If Vladimir Putin wants to colonize Africa, he will have colonized Africa since long time ago. Do you think you, the West, is more powerful than Vladimir Putin? Westerners are not powerful than Vladimir Putin. So if Vladimir Putin intends to colonize Africa, he will have colonized Africa for a very long time. But why don't he colonize Africa? He don't want to colonize nobody. When Putin go to Africa with a project of BRICS to say, I want you, the Africans, to join here and get yourself. Then America wake up so fast because they want to take over. But America, what is your problem? Because you don't go with any project that will help Africans. You go with a project that Africans hate so much, that is called LGBTQ. We hate that project. Vladimir Putin, why we accept him in Africa and why we appreciate him, why we still support him, because he go with a project. For his first time to face Africa, he go with a project that will benefit Africa forever, that will liberate Africa. For his first time to face Africa, he go with a project that will benefit Africa. For how many decades now you, the Westerners, were facing Africa? You never face us with any project that will help us or that will take us forward. You always face us with a project that will destroy us but benefit you, the West. You always take to us like projects like oil digging projects, that when you go to any country to dig their oil, that oil, 80% of the oil go to the West, 20% stay in the country. And that 20% self doesn't benefit that country because you still call them like, you are owing us a debt. You cage Africa, the Westerners, they cage Africa in a box in the name of Africa is owing us. That's what Vladimir Putin is now trying to clear, the debt between Africa and the West. Vladimir Putin says, Africa, don't be afraid of the debt that you are owing them. I am going to clear out to 23 billions of that debt. Don't tell us anymore we don't want you. We accept you don't want us. Now we want to go away from your lives. Why are you angry that Africa want to be themselves? Is there a problem for Africa to stand on its own? Is there any problem for Africa to say, we don't want to have any business to do with you people anymore? Is there any problem? Is there any problem for Africans to say, we don't want to work with you anymore? Is there any problem? Tell me. Africans have been waiting for this time that someone will come out that will become a threat to the West And we are going to work with that person to make sure that the West go down. And who is that person that came out? That person is Vladimir Putin. When Putin came out, then we the Africans said, okay, we saw the man. This was the revolution. That there will be a man who will deal with the West. Just one man. It was a revolution to Africans. That there will be a man who will deal with the West. But when you saw the man, join him to bring down the West. Africans have been waiting for this for so long. To see that man to come out and deal with the West. And that man will be the only source of way for Africa to get themselves. And that time have came, we see the man that is called Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, who was dealing with the West. And he formed a project called BRICS. Why do Africans appreciate Vladimir Putin more than America? America, you have never bring any project in Africa that will benefit Africans. Europe have never bring any project in Africa that will benefit Africans. UK have never brought any project in Africa that will benefit Africans. The only project you was bringing to Africans was like LGBTQ. And those are things that will destroy Africa, but not to make Africa. You brought a project of medicine that are all poison to Africans. You brought a project of curing sickness that are all sickness to Africans. You brought a project of LGBTQ. When they see Vladimir Putin have been going to Africa to make BRICS project with Africans, what do America do? America say, look, we have to go and represent ourselves to Africa. The only way you could represent yourself with some project that is called LGBTQ, and Africans doesn't appreciate that, then you all go back. Kamala Harris and his president, they go back and sit. They said, no, this plan doesn't work. Because we want to go with this project so that they will appreciate us, they will accept us. And Africans doesn't accept us, we have to sit and watch them now. These people are now waking up. All because of our enemy called Vladimir Putin. We know the plan. The Africans who don't know the plan, don't know the plan. But we know what you want. We know what you have been planning. We know what you wanted us to do. I will never ever stop insulting Joe Biden. I will never ever stop supporting Vladimir Putin. And I will never support the West. How many migrants do you kill here? You the Europeans have been killing so many migrants in hospitals, giving them injections. Still you call us criminals. Yeah, we don't want black people. We don't want black people. Now, Africa said they don't want you. You're angry. You were the first people who were complaining that you don't want us. Europeans were complaining that they don't want Africans. Now, Africa said we don't want you. You are angry. I think you were the one who wanted it. You people wanted it before. By chasing Africans away from your countries, by chasing Africans away. By telling them that we don't want migrants, we don't want Africans, we don't want Africans. Now Africa get away. You are angry. Why is the West angry about it? The West always wanted it. Or you were bluffing before that you don't want Africa. But you know in your mind that if Africa leave us, it's a problem for us. But you were bluffing to us that so that we will believe that, oh, the West, if they don't want us, it's a problem for us. While you know it in your head that if Africans really take this word from us and they stay away from us, it's a problem for us. But you were bluffing to Africans. We don't want Africans in our country. We don't want Africans in our country. Go to Netherlands president. He's a very idiot prime minister in Netherlands. I hate that man. A Netherlands prime minister. I don't know you. I have never bring you on my table. But you will be on my table on my last life. And I will tell you who you are. And I will tell you what your country is. And I will tell you whatever your country have stolen from Africa, Netherlands. The Netherlands people should expect me to insult their prime minister. Because I don't care who the hell you are. There is no white man that is supremacy in front of me. You are just my slave that I feed every fucking day. Because Africa feed you. And I am an African. The West is my slave. The Westerners are my slave that I feed every fucking day. So no Westerner can stand in front of me and say you are supremacy. You can be supremacy to your children. to your peoples, not in front of an African man. Because Africans feed you. Africans put food on your table. Whatever you know today, Africans teach you. Civilizations begins in Africa. We teach you how to become civilized. You turn it to become so stupid cultures. And now you want to give me those stupid cultures in Africa. You bluff that you don't want us anymore. You don't like us. You don't want black Africans. You don't want to accept us. So many of our brothers, Africans, die in the sea because Europeans reject them, refuse to rescue them. And at the end of the day, they see that still black people are pushing to come. They went to Tunisia and paid the Tunisian president to kill all black peoples or to send all black peoples away to make them suffer. Whatever is happening in Africa today, the extreme changes of African leaders and African militaries taking over the power because they all want to work with Russia. Because they see that there is a benefit by working with Russia. Any country that work with Russia get themselves. Mali work with Russia, they get weapons. They are not afraid anymore to fight the West. They get weapons from Russia. They get resources from Russia. They get many benefits from Russia. Burkina Faso, the same thing not long ago. Burkina Faso have been supplied with weapons to protect themselves by Russia. Give them free. And Russian President Vladimir Putin, what make me happy, so happy about Vladimir Putin, what make me so much to love this man, was a man who is living life legend with a dignity like Mohammed Gaddafi. That make me to love Putin so much. He said he is going to take off a debt of 23 billion on Africans. 23 billion US dollar on Africans. Who does that before? Do the West ever do that? What the West was doing is to borrow Africans. All the Africans presidents were saving their money in the West. We don't even have an African bank. Now Africans are trying to build up their own banks, never to save their money again. Vladimir Putin says, Africa, I am going to take off a debt of 23 billion US dollar on you, the Africans, for free. You don't need to pay it. Don't think of paying it. I will take over that 23 billion US dollar. And you want us not to work with that man. A man who is trying to show us a way to be ourselves. You, the Westerners, were never showing Africans how to be themselves. You were always showing us a way that we will be destroyed. You brought LGBT to us to destroy us. You brought HIV and AIDS to us to destroy us. You brought malaria to us to destroy us. You brought so many sickness to us to kill us slowly. You brought all sorts kind of rubbish lifestyle to us to destroy us, so that we will abandon our own cultures and believe in the stupid culture that you brought to us. You have been doing all this. Thank you so much. Somebody remind me of coronavirus. They brought coronavirus to us to destroy us. It was not a sickness that is even valuable to the world. What all? Now you said, look, there is Pandi MAICA and this young boy is growing up. I see the BBC. BBC, stop playing my videos and stop talking about me. Tell BBC, CNN to stop talking about me, because I don't want them to put me in their fake medias. I don't want it. I am speaking to my Africans, and if my Africans are always watching me, listening to me and learning from me, then I don't need the BBC to listen to me. I don't want to see the West progressing. I make it very clear. I hate the West to the extent that I never want to see the West developing. I never want to see the West getting greater. I never want to see the West getting better. I always want to see the West in conflict, in war, in distractions. Because that's always what the West want to see us in. Always the West want to see us being destroyed, being killed, in conflict. They want to see Africa in conflict, in war, in hunger. They always want to see we the Africans in hunger. So why are you feeling pity for the West? Why? Why are you feeling pity for the West? May God answer all your prayers. I wish to become a leader in Africa one day. I don't wish to become a leader because I love leadership. I wish to become a leader because I want to pay back what they have done to Africa. I want to be an example. I want to be like Vladimir Putin to protect my territory, defend my people to the last drop of my blood. I want to be an example that Africa never had. I want to be more than Mohammed Gaddafi in Africa. Mohammed Gaddafi is an Arab man and an Arab leader. That's why I said sometimes Africa never have a great leader. Thomas Sankara and other peoples were great, but their greatness was not with technology system. I want to do more than what Mohammed Gaddafi have done in Africa. In this time around, African leaders should not feel afraid to make war with the West. That's the only solution for us to be free. Because the West is not ready for Africa to stand on its own. They will rather make war with Africa than leave Africa to go away from them. Because if Africa go away from them, they will never be fed again. We feed them. When we go away from them, they are going to remain in hunger. And they are never ready to leave Africa to go away unless we make war with them. And if you are an African leader today, always be prepared for that war. All the African leaders, always be prepared for that. They hate me today because I support Vladimir Putin, because I speak about Africa, because I speak about the secrets that the Western media is always hiding. That's why they hate me today. And I will tell you, they have planned so many things against me. They never prosper because God loves Africa. It's not in my power to protect myself. I don't protect myself. God protect me. If God want me to die any day, I will die. I believe in the judgment day, and I believe one day I will die. The West have the right to work in the African government, but African citizens don't have the right to work in the Western governments. What is that telling you? They don't want you to know who they are. They don't want you to know what they plan against you. But they always want to know what you plan, what you are doing, what you are discussing, whatever you are planning to do. Believe me, I will be sent away from Europe one day. Why? Because everything I speak, they call it violation. And I'm not ready to accept that violation. Even when my TikTok account was banned, what do they say? Violation. You violate the rules. But like I said before, I will repeat it again. You can only ban Pandi MAICA TikTok account, but you can never ban Pandi MAICA in life. Can you say Pandi MAICA you will not leave? No, you can never say that. You can only ban that account. That account, I don't care. Do I care about TikTok? Why do I post videos on TikTok? To let Africans to wake up. That's most the main reason. But if not, do I care about TikTok? TikTok, whatever you have been paying me, it was a charity for Africans. I was giving it out for charity. I never want to eat the money from social media. I was sending it to people for charity. Whatever money that my videos were making in TikTok. Or I sent it to an organization that was built by Aliu, a Gambian, called a Gambian organization, One Gambia, One People. I sent it there for a charity. May God never make it empty for me.